I feel like I've always kind of had this void I was trying to fill. I know I was born in Alabama, but that's all I pretty much knew. So I found an African ancestry DNA test. And with this test, it pinpoints exactly where your origin is from. So I found out on my mom's side, we're from Nigeria with an ethnic group called Yoruba. And I really got intrigued in it. I'm like, wow, there's so much about Africa that, that I don't know. And I'm sure a lot of other people don't know. So it'd be cool to kind of share what we learned and turn a lot of these stories that I know about into a comic form. So that's kind of how we started the story.
So you didn't start out thinking it was going to be a comic, but then take me through the process. How did we end up at it actually being a comic and you deciding that, hey, this is the best route for us to take?
With comics, I feel like it's kind of a medium that continues to grow in diversity. We just see like the evolution of comics over the past few decades, and it just kind of seemed like, okay, this is something that like Christian enjoyed as a kid, we still enjoy as adults. It's something that can get really everyone involved.
Definitely. It's so cool how, you can appeal to kids and appeal to adults. And like you said, it's constantly evolving. So I want to talk about Amani Renas, Warrior Queen. Describe her to me. I want to know everything.
So the story, it's really an action-packed story. She's a Nubian queen. She protects her friends and family and really her whole country during a time when we saw men reign as Caesars and kings. And she really took on a role that's, usually relegated to men in Western society.
And like the area she comes from, it's known as the land of the bows. So you kind of know the type of mindset, the people there, where they're warrior type people, and they kind of rivaled ancient Egypt, and they have reference to that through the writings. You can see that, and it's just cool to see her in picture form and see her come to life.
When the illustrations started to come to life, tell me about that process and just, giving input and going back and forth. I'm sure you kind of had this vision in your mind as you're reading about her, and did that translate to what we're about to see?
But we kind of want to show her as a confident, strong, fierce woman. And as you can see, she has a bow and arrow, and the one in the middle, which I thought was really cool because in their land, they're known as fierce archers, and they're known to be able to shoot people with in the eye from miles away, which is really cool.
Seeing the illustrations come to life has been like really surreal, because it was like the moment where we're like, okay, we're actually doing this and turning like a passion into reality.
Yeah.
And it's been really cool just to work with different illustrators like all over the world, really, and just see their different interpretations of what she might have looked like, because again, like we don't have pictures, we can't decipher the language, so we really just have to go off of as much historical context as we can gather.
That's awesome. Yeah, it's so interesting because it's like you go through school and you learn all this stuff, and then as an adult, it's like it's kind of on you to like seek out this information, and if you don't do it, you never really will pick up a book and be like, let me read about ancient Egypt today.
Exactly. And that's what we want people to do. We want to spark their interest so that they can be like, okay, this is actually some really cool history. Like, let me look into it more.
Yeah. And it's it's a way that everyone can enjoy it.